Sounds good. So thanks for the introduction. So the atmospheric boundary layer, very similar to what Gina just talked about, is the lower part of the atmosphere where the surface and the earth and atmosphere communicate with each other. In other words, exchange things like heat and moisture. And so the motivation for this work is that the understanding of stability in the boundary layer in Antarctica has important implications for the surface energy budget, momentum and moisture fluxes, and turbulence generation processes. And the variability of boundary layer stability, and thus understanding the relationships between radiative influence and turbulent energy exchange in the boundary layer, is an important aspect for the understanding of weather and climate in Antarctica and assessment of weather and climate models. So in the Antarctic, we're interested particularly in how the boundary layer varies with varying surface and atmospheric forcing, such as winds and radiation. And with cold surface temperatures and low wind speeds, it is expected that strong stability in the boundary layer will develop. And with warmer surface temperatures and higher wind speeds, conditions in the boundary layer become mixed or weak, resulting in this type of boundary layer we see on the left. And so low sun angle in the summer, polar night in the winter, high albedo, and the cold, dry atmosphere of Antarctica all contribute to radiative cooling, resulting in downward turbulent heat fluxes throughout most of the year and the creation of statically stable surface layers in the boundary layer and surface inversions. And increased wind speeds or cloud cover can reduce stability in the boundary layer, resulting in the nearly well-mixed conditions. And this description of strongly stable or well-mixed near neutral conditions are often described as the two states of the boundary layer stability in the polar regions, but our work has revealed a wider range of boundary layer stability present, and so we seek to determine the forcing mechanisms for the varying boundary layer conditions across Antarctica throughout the year. But today I'm just going to talk about the range of boundary layer stability seen at the two Antarctic sites, a continental interior site, South Pole, on the right, and a coastal site, McMurdo, on the left. So while McMurdo is exposed to maritime influences such as passing cyclones and is in a region of complex topography that brings about varying winds, South Pole is in the middle of the continent on just slightly sloping terrain where very few external influences affect boundary layer conditions. And so using radiosonde profiles from each site, we identified 20 different boundary layer stability regimes ranging from near neutral to extremely strong stability and in between weak and moderate stability regimes, as well as regimes where enhanced stability is present above a layer of weaker stability. At South Pole, strong stability dominates throughout the year, while stability regimes that have weaker stability are less common. And the same strong stability regimes that dominate at South Pole occur very rarely at McMurdo, where weaker and near neutral stability regimes are most common. So we can use the frequency of occurrence of the various boundary layer regimes present to understand the forcing mechanisms behind them to inform weather and climate models about the varying boundary layer structures and conditions that impact the surface energy exchange and relationship.